Hello there and welcome. We are about to go on an absolutely incredible journey. Think of it as a grand tour of our solar system, starting right here in our own cosmic backyard and heading out to meet the entire planetary family.
I mean, you look up, you see the moon, obviously, a whole sea of stars, maybe you'll catch a satellite gliding by. But here's the cool part. Hiding in plain sight right among all those twinkling lights are entire worlds, and each one has its own amazing story. So you ready? Let's pull back the curtain on our cosmic neighborhood. It's time to meet the planets we share the sun with, one by one. And our very first stop is going to be the inner solar system.
All right, so we're starting close to home, in the region of what astronomers call the terrestrial planets. These are the dense, rocky worlds, all packed in tight, right next to the sun.
So what makes these planets terrestrial? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. They're worlds you could, in theory, stand on. They're built from rock and metal, solid stuff, just like our own Earth. And that makes them totally different from the gas giants we're going to meet a little later on.
Our first world is Mercury. It's the smallest official planet in the solar system. It's actually smaller than some moons, and it absolutely whips around the sun at incredible speed. If you look at its surface, it might remind you a lot of our own moon, just covered in craters.
Mercury is just a world of crazy contradictions. Get this, a year there is super short, only 88 Earth days, but a single day, from one sunrise to the next, is actually twice as long as its entire year. And here's the real mind-bender. Even though it's the closest planet to the sun, its lack of an atmosphere means it can't trap any heat. So believe it or not, it's not even the hottest planet.
So, next up is Venus. Now, it's often called Earth's twin, and that's because it's almost the exact same size as our planet. But that's pretty much where the similarities end. This place is a toxic, high-pressure furnace, totally shrouded in these thick, pale yellow clouds.
And here is why Venus actually is the hottest planet. That super thick carbon dioxide atmosphere acts like this suffocating blanket, trapping all the heat and creating what's known as a runaway greenhouse effect. It gets hot enough on the surface to melt lead. Plus, it spins backward, and its day is longer than its year. Just wild. But despite all that, you can easily spot it from Earth. It's the brightest thing in the night sky right after the moon.
And here we are, the third rock from the sun. When you see it from out here, you really start to appreciate what makes Earth so special. The liquid water, the swirling clouds, and just that perfect, delicate balance of conditions that allow life to thrive. It really is our beautiful blue marble.
Okay, just let this one sink in for a second. This single fact really reveals the true mind-boggling scale of space. That gap, the distance between Earth and our moon, is so vast that you could fit every other planet in our solar system inside it, and you'd still have room to spare. Incredible, isn't it?
All right, our final stop in the inner solar system is our next-door neighbor, Mars, the red planet. It has captured our imagination for centuries, with its distinctive color, which is basically just rust on its surface, and that tantalizing possibility that it might have hosted life a long, long time ago.
Mars is a world of truly epic features, like the colossal volcano Olympus Mons. It's 3 times the height of Mount Everest. And while it's a frozen desert today, we've found crystal clear evidence of ancient rivers and lakes. A day there feels really familiar, just about 40 minutes longer than ours. And the best part? You can find it yourself in the night sky. Just look for a steady, bright red point of light.
Okay, we're crossing the asteroid belt now and entering a whole new domain, the realm of the giants. Out here, the planets are enormous. They're made of gas and ice, and they operate on a scale that is just, it's hard to wrap your head around.
And the undisputed king of this realm is, of course, Jupiter. The 5th planet from the sun, it is an absolute behemoth, a swirling gas giant with no solid surface to stand on at all. To give you a sense of its size, just look at this number. You could pack over 1,300 planets the size of Earth inside of Jupiter. It is truly, truly massive. Jupiter's famous Great Red Spot? That's a hurricane that's bigger than our entire planet, and it's been raging for centuries. It commands this huge court of nearly 100 moons, and some of them are huge worlds in their own right, even bigger than Mercury. And here's a great tip for you stargazers. Jupiter's super easy to spot as a brilliant, steady light, and with just a simple pair of binoculars, you can actually see its 4 largest moons. Our next stop is maybe the most elegant, the most beautiful planet in the whole solar system, Saturn, the 6th planet. It's instantly recognizable, of course, for its breathtaking and absolutely iconic system of rings. But there are some incredible facts behind that beauty.
Those rings stretch for hundreds of thousands of kilometers, but in most places they're only about 10 meters thick, so thin. And the planet itself is so low in density that if you could find a bathtub big enough to hold it, it would float. I promise you, pointing even a small telescope at Saturn is an experience you will never, ever forget.
Finally, we reach the two most distant planets, the ice giants. First, there's Uranus, the real oddball of the system. It's been knocked completely on its side, so it literally rolls around the sun. Then there's Neptune, this deep blue world of extremes. It's home to the most violent winds in the entire solar system, and it's so distant that it was actually discovered with math before anyone ever saw it through a telescope.
But hey, our tour isn't quite over yet. We have to talk about everyone's favorite underdog, Pluto. And its story isn't really an ending. It's more like the beginning of understanding a whole new, incredible region of our solar system.
So, what's the deal? Why isn't Pluto considered a planet anymore? Well, it really comes down to one key rule. A planet has to be the gravitational bully of its neighborhood. It has to clear its own path around the sun. And Pluto, well, it shares its orbital space with countless other icy objects out in a region called the Kuiper Belt. So, it was given the new title of dwarf planet.
But don't you feel bad for Pluto? As the New Horizons mission showed us back in 2015, it is a stunningly complex and beautiful world. It has a giant heart made of nitrogen ice, towering mountains made of solid water ice, and its own little family of 5 moons. It's amazing.
We've journeyed billions of kilometers, but now it's time to bring it all back home. Let's talk about what this grand tour means for you the next time you step outside and just look up.
You know, the most amazing thing is that 5 of these worlds we've just visited are visible without any special equipment at all. You can see Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and even tricky little Mercury with your own eyes. Here's a tip. They don't twinkle like stars do. They shine with a steady, constant light.
So the next clear night you have, I want you to go outside, look up, and instead of just seeing lights in the sky, you'll see a neighborhood. You'll see worlds waiting to be found. The only question is, which one are you going to say hello to first?